Hey YouTube, Brian LCS. Thanks for stopping by the channel and this video, 22 Comics 250 subscriber giveaway video. So stick around to find out who I'm shouting out.
You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who's down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? You down with LCS? Who down with LCS?
Hey YouTube, welcome back. So 22 Comics just hit his 250 subscriber milestone. So that's a big deal, right? You're almost on your way to 300 and then beyond. So if you're not familiar with 22 Comics, he does a great bunch of videos. He does a weekly top 10 where he's looking at cover prices, top 10. He's selling books and then breaks it down and gives you some alternative books to purchase that maybe not on people's radars or a little bit cheaper than the hot 10 books. So great video. He does a bunch of other videos as well, but that's one of the videos that I regularly watch. And he's actually been doing it live now for the last couple weeks. So definitely want to go check him out, give him some support, and jump into the live stream and support him, and let's get him from 250 to 300 in no time. So one of the things that he asked us to do to enter, as a content creator, to enter his giveaway was to shout out a channel. So my channel, and it was a channel that was under 500 subs. So the channel I'm going to shout out is Dope Comics. And his link is down below. He is a channel that I recently discovered probably in the last month or so. And he's just been putting out some really great content, some haul video. He's been showing off his collection. He's got an extensive collection, some great raw books, some slab books, but just overall, a great personality and shows off some incredible comics. So that's a pretty good combination. So definitely go check out Dope Comics. Like I said, I think he may have just passed 100 himself. So definitely want to help support him, sub him up, and help his numbers increase. So the second thing that 22 Comics asked us to do was to promote or shout out another channel that currently has a giveaway going on to help promote their giveaway. Now, the channel I want to shout out is MetaRog. MetaRog is on his way to 1,500 subscribers. And he's still a few short. And he's got a great contest going for when he hits 1,500 subscribers. He's going to give away some great books. But the thing that's more important for me about MetaRog is just he's got a great channel. He's been on YouTube for a long time. He has extensive knowledge about collecting. He's been collecting for a very long time. And so I always enjoy watching channels like that because I learn something from them. Somebody who has more experience than I do collecting, and it's just great. And Roger is just an all around nice guy. So it's just a great combination with somebody who's got that wealth of knowledge on comic book collecting. He's a nice guy and puts it all together on video for you. So, and like I said, he's trying to hit this big milestone, 1,500. So let's go help him, support him, and get him to 1,500. Now, the last thing that 22 Comics asked was to shout out a podcast. Now, 22 Comics is on a podcast. So he asked us to highlight other podcasts that we like to listen to. Now, to be quite honest with you, I have not been listening to many podcasts recently. I used to listen to them all the time when I was doing stuff around the house or out taking my dogs for a walk. But YouTube has really replaced my podcast listening. I'm watching more and more content on YouTube. So I've kind of cut out my podcast listening. But I do have one that I will recommend. that I do listen to occasionally, and it's comic related. The thing that I've found with podcast for comic books, unless they are doing like interviews, creator interviews, or reviews, it's I find when they're talking about comic books, I want to see the books, right? And so it's more visual, and so I want to be on YouTube seeing what people are talking about when they're showing the book. So that's kind of why I haven't been dipping, back into podcast recently. But like I said, the podcast I want to highlight is the Comic Book Club. And their link is down below. They have a website. They do some stuff on YouTube, but I think they started with a podcast. And they do great, reviews, weekly reviews. They do reviews on some of the MCU shows, on Disney Plus or movies. So they're well-rounded, have well-rounded content, and they're definitely worth a listen. So check them out, Comic Book Club. Three gentlemen on there, and they just do a great job. Each offer a different opinion, and it's really, it is a fun listen. And I might actually have to go back and give them a listen because I haven't been recently. So that's it. Those were the requirements that 22 Comics said, hey, this is what I'd like for a video entry. But again, it's less about the giveaway and more about the community. Let's support the channels, Dope Comics, MetaRog, and the Comic Book Club podcast. But then also, too, let's go support 22 Comics. Let's get him, like I said, from 250 to 300. So he's just well on his way. Another great member of the community, and we need to, show our support. So 22, congrats again on your 250 subscriber milestone. And, thank you for this opportunity. And, thank you to everybody who's been watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon.